Built on the side of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decade since it opened back in 1998. Welcome, everyone, to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Baltimore. Here's Avery Williams on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, a run to Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Play action, here's Penix. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And this one's going to come to a stop down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. 3rd down give to Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They go play action. Here's Penix. Rolling out to his left.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Fielded at the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Complete Derrick Henry. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
They go play fake with Jackson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson connects with Bateman. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Now it's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Bails out of the pocket quick, and he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens earn the chance to tie before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Tucker able to tack on the extra points. And the Ravens respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Penix. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing off the play fake here. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third down, it's Penix. That one's complete to London. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And again, it's Penix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, report. Hey, Ozzy.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they'll stop him after a minimal gain, down to about the 36. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Play action. Here's Jackson. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Lamar. Into the hands of Likely. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10. Receiver gets it on the handoff. Oh no, he hits the sideline. An ill-fortuned run, loses yards.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And the Falcons are stopped on that return, so that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The drive begins with Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Hey,
Lamar off the play fake. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Lamar. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Now Jackson off the play action. Buying some time left. He tucks it and takes off. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Stopped by Grady Jarrett. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Taken in by Likely. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead right away in half number 2. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Staying with Robinson. Up the sideline, past the 45. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Let's go now.
They've got a man in motion. On first down, here's Penix. He fires one deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. Looking for his wide receiver there. So second down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
We send a man in motion. Second and 10. Penix to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks and a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball. And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Man in motion here. Back to throw it. Gets everything he has under this throw. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Penix now on first down. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
On second and 10, it's Penix. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Buckle up. It's third and goal. Looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make them play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. He's back to throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
Hey! Hey, sit up!
Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
The give here on 2nd. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
Now to throw. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he is to throw. Short pass brought in. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense to the line for 1st down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Here he is to throw. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
So they're going to go ahead and call a timeout here. Only 3 seconds left in the game. So now it all comes down to Justin Tucker. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. The kick is good. He got it. And he drills the chip shot to win them this game. So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.